there's a particular moment that happens around day 23. Your alarm goes off at 5 a.m. and instead of that familiar internal negotiation, the bargaining, the just 5 more minutes, you simply rise. No drama, no willpower expenditure, just movement. And in that fraction of a second, you realize something has fundamentally shifted inside you. This isn't motivation. Motivation is that fleeting rush you feel watching a sunrise or listening to a powerful speech. This is something the ancient Spartans understood, something that modern neuroscience is only now beginning to quantify. The complete rewiring of your identity through sustained, deliberate action. Let me tell you what nobody tells you about real discipline. The Buddhist monks of the Shaolin Temple don't wake up naturally loving the pain of training. The Navy SEALs don't possess some genetic immunity to discomfort. What they have, what you're about to build, is something far more powerful than willpower. They've constructed an entirely different operating system for their consciousness. Here's what's actually happening in those 30 days. And why day 30, you will barely recognize day 1 you. Days 1 to 7, the brutal awakening. The first week is designed to break your illusions. Not your spirit, your illusions. You think you know yourself. You think you understand your limits. You don't. Choose one non-negotiable action. Not 3, not 5. 1. This is critical. The monks don't master everything simultaneously. They master one thing so completely that it bleeds into everything else. Maybe it's 100 push-ups before your morning coffee. Maybe it's 2 hours of deep work before you check your phone. Maybe it's absolute nutritional discipline until noon. Here's what happens. Around day 3, your brain launches a sophisticated counterattack. It will offer you very reasonable justifications. You're tired because you are not recovered. This is actually unhealthy. Even the experts say rest is important. Your brain is correct about rest, but it's lying about the timing. The Stoic emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote in his private journals, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being." He wasn't writing philosophy for others. He was reminding himself, the most powerful man in the world, that comfort is the enemy of the person he needed to become. Days 8 to 14, the identity shift begins. Something strange happens in week 2. The action you're taking starts feeling less like something you do and more like something you are. This is the neuroplasticity sweet spot that addiction specialists and habit researchers have identified. The brain is literally restructuring itself. But here's where most people sabotage themselves. They mistake the ease for mastery and add more. Don't. The samurai spent years perfecting a single sword stroke. Not because they were slow learners, but because they understood that depth, not breadth, creates unshakable foundations. You'll notice other things changing without conscious effort. Maybe you're sleeping better. Maybe your posture has improved. Maybe you're less reactive in conversations. This isn't coincidence, it's cascade. Discipline in one domain creates competence in all domains because you're not building a habit. You're building a different version of yourself. The ancient Greeks had a concept called arete, excellence as a way of being, not doing. By day 14, you're starting to touch the edge of this. You're not trying to be disciplined, you're becoming disciplined. The distinction is everything. Days 15 to 21, the dark night. Here's what the motivational speakers won't tell you. Around day 15 to 18, you're going to hate this. Not because it's hard, because it's working. Your old identity is dying, and every identity, even a weak one, fights for survival. You'll have a day where the thing you've done for 2 straight weeks suddenly feels impossible. This isn't regression. This is called extinction burst in behavioral psychology. It's the last desperate attempt of your old patterns to reclaim control. The Stoics called it, the obstacle is the way. The Buddhists call it, sitting with discomfort. Navy SEALs call it, getting comfortable, being uncomfortable. What you do on day 17 when everything inside you is screaming to stop. That determines whether you're building real discipline or just playing at transformation. The monks don't meditate for hours because it feels good. They do it especially when it doesn't, because that's where the forging happens. Here's your weapon for this phase: detachment. Don't identify with the resistance. Watch it like you're a scientist observing a fascinating specimen. Interesting. My brain is generating thoughts about why I should stop. How creative. Then do the thing anyway. Days 22 to 30. The emergence. This is where it gets eerie. By day 22, something has locked into place. You've crossed what researchers call the automaticity threshold. The action requires less cognitive load than not doing it. You've literally rewired your basal ganglia, the part of your brain responsible for automatic behaviors. But here's what's truly powerful. You've also rewired your identity. You've accumulated 22 days of evidence that you are the kind of person who does hard things. Not hopes to, not tries to. And your brain, which is fundamentally a pattern recognition and prediction machine, has updated its model of who you are. The Roman Stoics had a practice called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. Every morning they'd visualize the day's potential disasters, not to be pessimistic, but to be unshakable. By day 25, you've built something similar, a proven track record of showing up regardless of circumstances. This creates a gravitational force that makes discipline easier than chaos. Here's what those final days reveal. Discipline was never about forcing yourself to do things you hate. It was about becoming someone who naturally does what matters. The monk doesn't force himself to meditate at 4 a.m. That's just what monks do, and he's a monk. The surgeon doesn't struggle to focus during a 12-hour operation. That's just what surgeons do, and she's a surgeon. After 30 days, you're not the same person who started this journey. You've built what psychologists call self-concordance, alignment between your actions and your identity. You don't need discipline anymore in the way you did on day 1, because you've become disciplined. So here's the actual challenge. Pick your one thing, not tomorrow, today, right now, and for 30 days, make it as non-negotiable as breathing. Miss a day, start over. Not as punishment, but because the streak is the forging process. In 30 days, you won't just have a new habit. You'll have a new operating system. You'll have accessed a level of self-command that makes your current efforts look like a child playing with blocks. And the truly terrifying part? You'll realize that what you built in 30 days is just the foundation, that the levels above are infinite. The monks know this. The warriors know this. Now you know this. The only question is, what will you do with the knowing?